Trail Acres. We're going to be doing some more measuring, more cutting this week. I'm driving solo up to the property because Chris is already there with Cisco. He left a couple days ago and went up to our camp up in Natchez to get ready for hunting season. That's right around the corner. He had some work to do on his four-wheeler and just kind of scouting around the refuge where he hunts. So I'm meeting him up at the property, which the property's about halfway between our house and the camp, a little bit longer from the house. So I am on my way up there. Last week we were measuring to make sure that, just to see if we need to purchase another small tract of land. And I think where we ended up is that we feel like we really would rather not spend that money and try to make the house and shop fit. And, doing that by maybe adjusting the plans and getting creative with the footprint of the house. So I think that's kind of where we landed. And so this week I've been looking at a lot of house plans and shop plans to see what we could do to reduce the footprint yet still maintain the size of the house that we want, which is anywhere from 1,800 square feet to 2,000 square feet. So obviously one of the things that we could do to reduce the footprint is to make it a two-story, which we've pretty much had settled on doing anyway. Putting 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs and then keeping everything else on the main floor. And we think that we could certainly fit within that footprint. One of the unknowns is how much distance we're going to have between the house and the shop. So, we want to create some sort of a buffer there between the house and the shop and then still leave room for the garage. And do we have a detached carport, or is it part of the home? It's just so many variables. And if I could tell people one thing as they're planning for something like this, you're going to change your mind many, many times. Just when you think you've settled on a solution, you're going to come out to the property and say, well, what about this? Or you may discount a solution and say that's not the one we want, and then you're going to come back to it. I can't tell you how many times we've done that, but now is the time to do that. And so it can be a little frustrating having to go back to the drawing board every time, because each time I think we've made up our mind, I'll sketch out, what I want for the shop and the house, and be thinking about layout as far as where do I want windows to face, the best view. And then we move it, and then things change. And what side does the garage go on? And where does the driveway come in? I'm positive we will land on a solution that we love. I just don't know exactly what that is still. All right, well, I am on my way, and keep you updated as the day goes on. Pulling into the property now. Oh, and I see we have some water. There's Chris. And we have a water meter. That was quick. It only took about 3 weeks. Yay! And here we go again, measuring for the 100th time, it seems like.
And then you're going to have to tell me, once we get a straight line through here, you're going to have to tell me how far back you are, so I can adjust on my end.
Yeah.
Okay? You understand?
Yeah. You want me to drive this one at 12, right? We can take that one out.
Right.
So we're at 112 then.
No,
No?
we're at 127.
What were we?
We
Oh,
went
115.
115 and then we added 12.
This is a pretty big one. This one's been eaten up by the pine beetles. You can see it's dead. One of the larger ones we're taking down. Okay, had to change out the chainsaw blade. The barbed wire ruined that one. There it goes. Another productive day at Wagon Trail Acres. Just finished cleaning up after cutting down that large tree, and just picking up everything, about ready to head out. That's Cisco in the truck. He's not too happy about this. Hey Cisco. He doesn't like all this loud noise. He says, I'm ready to go home. Yeah, I'm about ready to. It's another hot day in Louisiana. But we'll see you next week.